Louie C. the Mayor checking in. What is going on, my people? Listen, boy, we're about to get it in. A lot of stuff going on today. Let me tell you, right at 7 o'clock tonight, WEOW 92.7. Make sure you tune in worldwide on iHeart, and we're going in. But right now, we're on the official Louie C. the Mayor podcast. Shout out to FloridaKeysInjury.com. If any of y'all have an accident on a moped, a bicycle, or a car, these local boys at 302 Southern Street, FloridaKeysInjury.com, they're going to take care of you. There's no need to check in with Miami. We got it covered down here. Also, tomorrow on the program, world famous Dr. Burrows, backed up by Dr. Pucci, is definitely going to be on and popping. Advanced Urgent Care, Key West Marathon in Key Largo. Right now, anybody can get tested for free with insurance or no insurance for the COVID-19. Some exceptions apply, but for the most part, everything is going to be free unless you have one of those exceptions in your insurance plan. So all love today, boy. I'm excited. One of my favorite DJs in the Florida Keys, 305. Mari just pulled up on the scene. I ain't seen this man. We was rocking and rolling for a while, and then they stopped in our track. But we got spring break in, which was a good thing.
Real good, real good.
So Mari, let me ask you something. You've been in Key West for a while, so there's some people out here that don't know you from Adam. So what I want you to do is, for all those people watching, give them a little history of yourself and a little introduction, if you may.
Yeah, so my stage name is 305 Mari. If you don't know me, I'm Jamari. I'm born and raised in Key West, I would say. Key West always been home for me. I moved when I was young, moved to Fort Lauderdale, so I didn't really spend all my life down here, but whenever I visited, whenever I did come back home, it was all love, and I always knew that one day I'd be back. So anyway, I moved back and I got into things. I got into DJing, got into the community. Just using my talents that I already had learned outside of here, and just brought it back home. So here we are today.
Yes, sir. So okay, so we're gonna get into some different topics here today. And like I said, anybody, young person, and I stress this all the time, you can never start early enough in business. And me and Mari, we talk a lot, and I admire anybody that's young trying to make it happen and is willing to listen, because like when I came up, I didn't have anybody take me under my wing or show me anything. I just had to learn it blood raw from the street. So to me, I still learn every day. Every time I come on this podcast, other people come in. Yesterday, I had a public defender learn a whole bunch of stuff. So you can never learn enough. And Mari, I understand that you're a boss now. You bossed up all the way. You independent now. So can you tell them a little bit about what you're doing and how's that feel? Because I know you've been working on this for a while.
Yeah. Recently I just decided to chase my dreams. I never thought I'd be an entrepreneur to this extent. It started off with a clothing line maybe 7 years ago, my freshman year in college. I was always dressing different and stuff. So they like, man, you need to do your own thing. So I'm like, man, whatever. So we come up with a concept, never did. So from there, just being into graphic design from doing yearbook in high school or whatever the case may be, I perfected my craft. And
okay.
So so now I'm a graphic designer. I DJ a little bit.
Okay.
And things like that.
So what's the name of the business? How do they find you for the graphics?
My graphic company is Certified Graphics. It's certified, and graphics is spelled GRAFX. That's our Facebook. That's our Instagram as well. And our website is certifiedgraphics.com, and that's certifiedgrafx.com.
And I know you always doing a lot of events, so how they find you on the DJ tip?
If you want to find me on the DJ tip, my Facebook is 305 Mari, so 305 MAREE is where you can find me on Facebook. So inbox me, you can comment on the post, whatever. But if you want to contact me for any of my DJ services, hit me up at 305 Mari.
305 Mari. Right now, what I need y'all to do is hit the notification buttons right here to be notified when we're on the podcast. And for those y'all watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button out here. We're trying to get it on a daily basis. So, Mari, there's a lot of stuff going on, man. Like I tell people, we've been in the category 6 this year. There's no books to read. I mean, you got a little bit of stuff 1918, a long time ago. But, you got to learn as you go. We still in the movie. Unfortunately, we still in the movie. Yes, the news is bad today. We did have I believe 9 new cases, but offsetting that, 0 hospitalizations. So no hospitalization. And we continue to tell y'all we're going to have thousands of people come this weekend. Going to be more people than last weekend coming into Key West, and more testing, more positive results. All you can do is do the best you can and be safe and don't be reckless. So 2020 is heating up. November elections are coming, Mari, fast and furious. So how are your feelings in reference to the election in good old Bahama Village? How are you feeling over there?
I just want to see somebody who's gonna represent the culture, you know, who gonna represent our history and also mentor the youth, you know, educate us, you know, put it all together, you know, so we can really live up to this one human family motto, and we can actually, you know, maybe be an example for the rest of the world. So
how critical is it for young people to vote?
I think it's very important. I mean, what is it, 18 to 30 or something?
Yeah,
like
18
that?
to 30 don't vote.
So,
right.
Don't vote. So I mean, that's a large ratio. So I think, you know, you just got to encourage them. You know, maybe do things with them. You know, actually, the politicians just need to show them they care. That
right.
change is being made.
And for those of you people, you know, those people that will say, well, they don't really care about me, my vote don't count, and they're talking to you, some of your peers. How do you address that with them? What do you tell them?
You know, I would just say you have to do your research. You got to learn what politics started from, you know, get into the political parties.
Gotcha.
What was done by whom, by such, you know, when, where, why, how. You
gotcha.
know, the
information is power.
Basics, right. Information is power. So, you know, form your own judgment on the history of all the political parties, and then, you know, just make your judgment from there. And then, you know, you'll analyze, and then you'll choose what's best for you.
Yep, you got to be informed. And what I would say, Mark, and we have, you know, the absentee registrations here, people to register to vote here, we keep them on us all times, is that, like you say, you got to know the information. Now, absentee, there's a lot of stuff about absentee ballots and foolishness out there, but this is not reality. So the best way to actually vote is absentee, because like me and Mari, we added 24/7, 365 trying to run businesses, and you know, sometimes there's a million things happening, but we're going to get to the ballot box. You see, if we have to go to the polling place, but somebody else, that might be number 8 on their list, and they might just make it. They might not make it to the ballot box, right? But if you do absentee, you could see all the candidates. You could read all the referendums out there that are, and all you got to do is walk to your mailbox and put it in the mailbox, or walk it over to the supervisory elections, and you good to go. And that gives you more time, because those ballots go out way early. So that's what I recommend. But I don't care who you vote for, as long as you vote. Because I got a rule, it's real simple, 305 Mari. If you don't vote, me and you need not to have a conversation about politics. Now, if you can't because other circumstances, one thing, but if you just talking to me and you talking about a whole bunch of politics, if you can't even get the first step done, there's no need for me to take my energy and start talking to you about it. Mari, let's get to the DJ business, because I know when you hit that DJ set, you ain't nothing to play with. So how important is for DJs to play all types of music?
It's very important. I mean, first of all, it opens up your clientele, because, you know, not everybody listens to the same type of music. And honestly, I didn't start becoming a versatile DJ till I started working with Louie. You know, he put me in the environments where I had to switch it up, and you know, I appreciate that. You know, a good lesson learned. But it's very important for DJs to be versatile.
No doubt. And like I said, you got to play to all people, and these people pay our salaries, right? So when people come up and they ask for requests, because these people pay your salaries, and you got to be cordial to people. Like running a business, you do bad customer service, they're not going to return. And you know, music is very needed right now with all the stuff that's going on in the world. So you know, you got to learn all types of music. I try to keep up on everything that there is. Anything you like in it specifically, let's talk about hip hop right now. Mm-hmm. Anybody specifically that's putting out some good work, you know, off the top of your head?
I can't call it. I don't. Hip hop is not what it used to be.
Gotcha.
You know,
you like more of the old school stuff?
I like more of the old school hip hop.
Gotcha.
You know, I think a lot of it's just trap rap and
gotcha.
You know. all that good stuff.
So tomorrow, they said that you going in all the way. This is so exciting, and what a great cause. Talk about the event going on tomorrow for people. A lot of people still don't know about it.
So tomorrow, they coordinated a Juneteenth rally and a march. It's going to be at Higgs Beach at the African Cemetery. The rally starts at 5 and the march starts at 6.
Okay.
And I'm in the building, so I'm gonna be spending some good hits about just empowerment and inspirational music.
Gotcha.
Come out there and enjoy yourself, say something.
So it's a positive rally for injustice, I guess. Is that the theme?
Well, June is to celebrate the freedom of slavery.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay,
Yeah, so,
gotcha. Okay.
I guess that's when. That's not the day. Well, however it go, but
Yeah.
It celebrates, I guess, the ending of slavery overall. In
Gotcha.
America,
Okay.
Okay.
And what time again?
5 p.m. is the rally and 6 p.m. is the march.
Okay. So, we've been working with you now, I guess, for a while now. And what have you learned in the time working with the organization and the different events? Because you've been, like you said, versatile, different events. You went, we've done hip hop stuff, obviously, we grew up on, but we also done a lot of country and everything far in between. So what have you learned? What have you taken away from working with us?
I think coming out my shell a little bit more. I'm not really a talkative person, but just working with Louie, you're gonna learn that you got to talk on that mic. You got to keep a party going, and I think just as I keep doing it, my mic skills definitely got better. Like I said, versatility. Going from hip hop and then one night we don't really have a hip hop crowd, so let's play some pop and let's
right.
Play some bubblegum. Or even, you got to do the sexy bull riding and,
right.
you got to switch it up and save a horse.
And like you said, that's a good point that you brought up. You learn a real maintaining the crowd doing a main part of the night with those contests. Everybody thinks that the contest, you just winging it, but as you know, we put a lot of work in there with playlists and stuff like that to get the maximum out of that short time. So can you elaborate a little bit about that? Because I think you probably did the most contests with us.
It's pretty much preparation. And that was another thing I wanted to say about what I learned, just preparing for an event. You want to have your playlist set up so you know what you're going to play,
right.
And what's going to keep the vibe going, the energy, energy level right, things like that. I mean, it helps a lot versus having, your music all on one thing and you don't know what you really want to go to. When you got that playlist, you always got to go to. So,
gotcha. Okay.
That's a good thing.
Okay. So speaking about DJs, like I said, 7 o'clock, make sure you are locked and loaded, WOW 927 FM and iHeartRadio all over the world. Shout out to Philadelphia right now. DJ Slice going to be checking in. We got that boy DOS New York City checking in. We got Marathon Dolphins in the building. DJ Jack going in tonight. And also CO Piscopo and that Dolly Dimples is hot. And we got a special hot girl on there tonight on the program. So make sure you tune in because 2 hour nonstop is the only time that you get this music in the keys. And we're lucky and blessed to have it worldwide. So 305 Mari, let's get to the meats and potatoes. It's hard right now in the nation. How do you feel about all the injustice happening in the world at this current time?
Yeah, I mean, it's sad that we in 2020 and you still got to deal with racism and injustices within the system. And I think it's time for a change. That's the best way you got to sum it up. I mean, the fact that we've been enslaved for 400 plus years, and then we still got to fight for civil rights and everything that we had to endure, mass incarceration, all these things, poor education systems, dirty communities. Nobody's mentoring us. Nobody's trying to really do nothing for our youth as a whole or our people as a whole. So I think it's just time to realize that, it's not equal for everybody in America. And if America wants to be great again, or whatever you want to call it, you just got to be about the people, equality, live the law, no matter creed, all that, just be fair to everybody.
Right. It's not about black and white, it's about wrong and right. And I'm standing up for injustice. I've been doing that. And I'm not going to allow any type of injustice. If I see injustice, I'm going to step in. I don't care if there's 23 people and they're all participating. I will be the 24th person. I'll be the only one once against 23 stepping in. I don't like injustice. I'm talking about anything. I'm talking about on both sides. If somebody on the street is out of line, out of pocket to the police, is injustice to them people, I'm going to say something about that. If it's vice versa, where the police are wrong, I'm going to say something about that. Because, you know, you got to speak up. You can't hold back. And it takes a lot of courage to speak up and go against the grind. Now, I know you're going with your business. You're going back and forth, right? Mm-hmm. So you're going to Key West and Fort Lauderdale. So what's the lifestyles from going to Key West? Because, you know, in Key West, we kind of lax. And then you go into Fort Lauderdale. It's serious out there. So can you elaborate on that? Oh, look. Crystal came in. Good old girl, Crystal. What's up? Panama City checking in.
You know, when I'm in Key West, I mean, I didn't realize it when I was younger, but when I'm here now, I just be like, you know, it's paradise. I'm in town. I'm home. I love it. You know, to check this ocean view and, you know, just enjoy it, you know, for what it has become. But when I go to Broward, you know, I got to kind of put on a different face because, you know, if they think you're sweet, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's rough, you know. I mean, I done seen people get beat up for no reason. I done seen people shoot for no reason. I mean, it's crazy, and they still doing it now, you know. I mean, it's a whole different type of environment, and you know, I really wish it wasn't like that, but you know, it's definitely a difference from just coming up in Key West and then, you know, dealing with Miami. I've been in Miami Gardens. I mean.
Serious. You can't let your guard down.
Serious, yeah. You can't let your guard down.
Like when I go there and they say, "What do you recommend?" I said, "Well, number one, make sure you understand when you cross that jurisdiction in today county is a whole different situation. Number two, what I would advise is never under no circumstance get gas when the sun go down. If you could do it in the daytime, do that. B, if you are half an inch away from going into the little convenience store from the gas station, make sure you lock all 4 doors because there's a lot of jacking going on there. You take about a 50-50 chance when you run your card through the little machine on the pump. So you want to go in, and then, you know, in Key West, like 305 Martin said, we kind of lax, and we might sit in the car and we might do a little phone loving on the phone or texting and stay in our vehicle. No, you need to get out your vehicle when you get to your location and go where you're going. Don't stay in that car longer than you need to, and never under no circumstance, I don't give a damn, go to no ATM at nighttime. And then, you know, like I said, it's crucial, and I hate to say this, but it's not like Key West. And look, even Key West, anything can happen. We got two murders on the street, and I'm gonna tell you what Dumps said, and I'm with this 100%. I ain't snitching, I'm telling. I don't want these son bitches around here messing my community up. I don't want none of my friends to get shot. So if you get mad with that on the street code, so be it. I'm just not going to have it. And I'm speaking, you know, for myself. So let me ask you this one, Mark. We all had some police interactions before. And now, as we sit here, I remember that you had a situation which, you know, it was really, you know, difficult to deal with here locally. Mm-hmm. So now, what you know now and what you're seeing, what is the best way to basically deal with police not to be on that Channel 10 front page news? What would you recommend? Because like we talk about, people sometimes have a really rough day, and this could push you to the edge if you feel that you've been, you know, targeted unjustly. What would you say? Right. I don't want to lose no more people.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends, because, you know, you got to understand, for when you're a police officer and you stop an African American or, you know, just a minority in general, and, you know, we already have that perceptive of law enforcement, you know. So I mean, either we think we going to jail or we going to get shot. So when you show us aggression, you can't blame us for showing you aggression. But if you approach us calmly, respectively, you do your job, you know, I don't think we should have no problems, you know, if you're actually doing your job. But if you just want to harass and, you know, abuse your power, then I think that's where we have a problem. But I mean, I would say just remain calm. Yep. You know, even if they give you attitude now, remain calm and, you know your rights. And, you know,
that's critical.
And
the main thing that we preach is 2 things that you said, right? Which is approach. If anybody approach you roughly, it's just human nature to be rough, right? So the approach, you know, talking to people, black, blue, orange, green, purple, you'll get a better result. Like, I'll be honest with you, sometimes I've been approached, with disrespect, and that's how I deal with the situation. I said, well, perhaps we need to work on our approach. Talking to me sideways, we're just not going to talk about it right now, and that's the end of that. It's just very, very hard. And then the respect level. If you're giving me respect, you got to earn that. I'm gonna give you respect. So I think approach, the first interaction right off the bat is critical. But the main thing is, if you don't know your rights and you basically don't know how to defend yourself in that category, then you get yourself jammed up in all kinds of situations. So learn from people that know what's going on. And the main thing I tell you is watch the episode on the YouTube yesterday when we had Robert Lockwood in from the PD office, public defender, and he'd show you how to deal with a traffic stop because it could happen to anybody. So that's basically what we got going on. Like I said, we live right now, Wild Name 27. I see some more people came in. Dion Clark, you know that gentleman, Big Dion? No. Dion worked with us on some of the security stuff. So you see him, you'll know here. Big Lloyd Price, Big Lloyd? Yeah. Lloyd had a movement. See this the future right here, Lloyd. This is how we do it. So once again, before I get out of here, I want some people just came on. So Mari, break it down for tomorrow because I want to see a good turnout.
So again, catch me at the African Cemetery at Higgs Beach for the Juneteenth rally in March. The rally starts at 5 and the march is at 6. Of course, I'm in the building, so just come out, have a good time. Fight for your rights, and let's represent.
Okay, so thank you all so much, YouTube. Please hit the subscribe button and the notifications on Facebook Live. Thank you all so much for all the love. We're going to keep at it 24/7, 365. Our wonderful producer, Tangela Edwards, big right now on Facebook. So go to her Facebook page. It's a lovely day. Every day above water is a good day, right, Mark?
Every day above water is a good day.
FloridaKeysInjury.com. If you get in an accident of any type, go to that site, FloridaKeysInjury.com. Bicycle, car, or moped, and advanced urgent care. Dr. Burrows on the program tomorrow. Got the whole Keys covered. Key West, Marathon, and Key Largo. Dion, I see you, man. Like I said, I really, and last thing I want to close with, I'm serious about that. I want these son of a guns off the street here immediately because they've been on the street for 72 hours. That's too long. And we got to get them, in custody. Everybody stay blessed, and please rock with me here to 9 o'clock. Right when we get out of here, go to Wild Name 27 and turn it on. And iHeartRadio, we going in all the way till the wheels fall off.